Good morning, everyone. How are yous? On a beautiful 2nd of April. Finally, we're getting close, folks. We're getting close to warmer weather. However, today, you'll see the heat gloves are on because it is 3 degrees. I put my gloves on my saddle, they slipped off, and I thought, I'd write it off. Ice on the bike this morning. So I thought I'd do a quick commuting film this morning. I'm trying out the low light setting before the sun's up just to see what it looks like, see if it's overexposed or not. So we'll clear something up very quickly. If you watched Wednesday's film, cleaning my bike, you'll see zero corrosion and rust on it again. So I'd definitely say, while I started off with the Guard rust proofer, I would definitely stick with the XCP now for a motorbike. Guard all the way though, with the grease they do as well for the likes of chassis on a Willys Jeep, definitely. So yeah, filming 4K. So quick story. I bought an iMac computer in 2020, which has turned out to be a 2017, and it was the cheapest iMac, which meant I had the smallest memory. Right off the top of my head, I've no idea or can't remember what the RAM and everything is, which it was all fine at the time because everything was 1080, etc. Oh no, there's a car, bike, tractor, just go now. No one's stuck behind him. Aye. So everything's moved on, isn't it, with filmmaking, and everyone's 4K minimum. Well, not everyone. I mean, we don't even own a 4K TV. And cut a long story short, my computer absolutely shat itself and seized up when I put this DJI camera into the computer. The file sizes, obviously, because the quality is so good, and the drone quality as well. It's obviously takes a lot for the processor to deal with on a computer. And I'm not wanting comments on, oh, why you got an iMac, buy a Windows. I'm not interested in all that crap arguing about friggin' computers. And if anyone gets shirty, I'll just block them as always. Oh, there's someone out walking. What are they up to? Probably enjoying the morning. It's a nice morning. Aye. God, it's busy today. 2 cars. So cut a long story short, my other half, the patience she's got's amazing. She managed to gut everything out of that computer when I cleaned my Mac thing. Similar thing that you get for Windows computers. Anyway, it's 50-50 whether you like iMac or Windows. I'm not interested in getting a debate, as I said, about that. You use what you're used to. Yeah, that's it. It's like an iPhone or a thingy phone. I've only had iPhone, so after the old Nokia bricks, so that's what I'm used to using. You use what you're used to. But I was disappointed that I'd been sold a computer slightly older than I thought, and it wouldn't accept the latest update for iMovie, the editing. And I'd always had a problem. The only problem I'd ever had with that computer was the iMovie, and as it turned out, it seemed to be keeping all the files somewhere. not visible to you when you're looking. And when we put that cleanup program through the computer, there was something like 180,000 or something like that files it pulled out. And G had also found, Googling around, apparently the iMovie is notorious for doing that. So anyway, all that's been gutted out. It wasn't actually factory reset, like I said, it was just all the apps that need to be on it. Everything was gutted out of the computer. And she saved the computer. So the bottom line is this: if you want a 4K film from me, spend £3,000 and buy me an iMac. Okay? Because it's going to be at least that sort of money to get something with the memory and the RAM and all that you can put everything that you want to put onto it, and it'll no crap itself. Now, I'm not going to spend £3,000 just to make films that get 2 comments saying the 4K looks amazing, when the majority is just watch my films on a bloody phone. And that's another thing. I know I'm not the only person making films just on 1080. This is on 1080 this morning. So the thing is, if folk are not happy, they can go elsewhere. They're getting something for free. It's not like you pay to watch my channel, and I don't ask them to buy me anything. It is what it is. So the sun's coming up behind. It'll be a warm day, but it is April, and it's a funny month because you can get all weather in April. We've had snow in April, and I'm sure more snow in Scotland falls on like the Cairngorms than any other month of the year. I can't guarantee that, but I've read that before. Anyway, that's a different place altogether than down here in South East Scotland. So moving on, it's light at nights now with the clocks changing at the weekend. We'll start doing, instead of commuting films, I'll start doing an evening run film locally and show you something old or whatever. But the good news is, well, it's not for you who like watching the channel, this may well probably be my last cold morning commute to work. Reason being is I've inherited my wee mum's car. Mum's stopped driving now, so I now own our little Nissan, and ideal, because all I wanted was a car to go to work in the cold, rain, wind, snow, ice, etc. It's cheap to insure, cheap to get service, cheap for parts. An ATB car, and I've already put a dog guard in the boot for Murphy dog, and there's a bike rack as well that I've got a loan of from my nephew. So there you go. And so I had a wee car for, and also ordered the car parking permit, which means I could just pull in at car parks without paying. Well, you've paid already, you know what I mean. I can get out now on the way home from work, my bike with me, whatever. Because I've given up ever seeing that van of mine again. I'm not even going to want to talk about that. I'm really pissed off now. Promises that don't happen. So, moving on. I'll be still doing the same miles on my bike, but not as much to work, just in the summer. But there'll be winter commuting in the dark, crap myself, I'm going to get flattened by a deer, etc. So I'll stop up here my usual bit, and I'll put the camera back on to normal daylight thingy setting, whatever it is. and I'll come back to you. Yeah, I'm 10 minutes early today. I left early just so I could try this setting before it got too late. Look at all the rubbish. Terrible. Who the hell drinks that in a car? Right, I'll be back this now. Okay. So the reason there wasn't a video of me putting that mudguard on my bike was I'd given up filming when the computer had all packed in, which is why you got two films made into one, because everyone got clear out the computer when G cleaned it all out. And then what she did was I went into the deleted files and got the files out, and she got it fixed so I could use them. And that's how you got a quick two films that were supposed to be made into one of me cleaning the bike quickly. So there's the mudguard on, and there's just how much it's been raised. Not much. You can see the difference. Obviously there's not the water sorting problem here done with. This will not keep you as dry, what I'm trying to say. But I just wanted to try it, see what it's like for clearance. Something else I was going to say about it. Anyway, that was 35 quid posted for my breaker. And it was all bent, twisted, it's got dents on it. Straightened them out, you know the story. Needs a proper paint job on it, but what's the point? What's the point? I have to say, that bike's been absolutely spot on. It served its purpose now. It's got me to work through. I didn't do it all last winter. I started a bit late. Remember, I had a loan of a garage car. But it's not a lot of miles now. It's only 16 odd thousand. I don't do the mileage that folks seem to think now. I was doing loads of miles when it was my only transport. Front disc is still slightly warped. We'll find out if that's a problem when they MOT it. I've not had a bike MOT'd for years, because the last 3 bikes I had were new bikes that got traded in or sold on. They were sold on privately actually. Off-road enduro bikes that were road registered. But yeah. So that pin was rattling on this, hence why that sits squint. So going forward, doing all this again, I wouldn't do it all again. I wouldn't put a guard on because you can't wipe your lens clean. These are a waste of time. I mean, I don't think they serve any purpose. I'll probably take them off, to tell you the truth. I still want to get one of these bikes though, and maybe an accident damaged. If one turns up and get for the right price, bid on, and strip everything off it that it doesn't need. Oh, there's a car. And just make it like they would do after in the 50s. Just use one off-road, or not off-road, but you know what I mean. Scottish Green Lanes, we'll just say that. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. Everything's waking up. So I'll be home, the sun will be up in 10 to 7, I think it is, sunrise. So I might film going home from work, we'll see. Okay, see you all later. Bye for now.